Right, so this week we read about the crossing of the Red Sea. And after, it's interesting, the Kabbalists say, why do we say the crossing of the Red Sea every day in our liturgy? It says if we picture that event and the miracle that happened and we thank God for that, we're forgiven for all our sins. So it's a tremendous thing that every morning that we recite the crossing of the Red Sea. The part that we don't recite right afterwards is that from the Ezras Nashim, the women, the Nashim Sitkonias also sang the song by the crossing of the Red Sea. But there, they quoted the same thing that they said at the beginning. Only that part, Ashir al Hashem, right? Sing unto the Lord, because He's greatly exalted and proud, because the horse and its rider were drowned in the sea. So why, out of all of the verses of that song, specifically that the horse and the rider were drowned in the sea, that's what the women had to say. So I saw Gamliel Rabinovich, he's a big Mekubal in Yerushalayim. I saw he brings an idea that why is it that the women saying this? Now, all right, in some circles the women learning Torah also, but they're not obligated in the same way as a man. And so on a level of someone who's obligated to do something, and they do it is higher than the level of someone who does something if they're not obligated. And there are many opinions that certain things a woman shouldn't learn, but we'll put that aside, not getting into politics. But the obligation is much higher for a man. But what does a woman get her reward? It's because she helps her husband do mitzvahs, she helps her husband learn Torah. And through that she gets the reward. But she might think that helping her husband learn is not as great as the learning itself. And so when she saw that the horse and the rider were both drowned, why does the horse have to drown? The horse helped the rider to pursue the Jews, to pursue the Hebrews. It wasn't, the horse was only a helper. And whatever there is, we have a general idea, the Talmud says, that whatever there is in a negative sense is greater in the positive sense. So if a horse gets drowned just for being secondary to the rider, and they're considered to be equal, so too, if a wife helps her husband learn Torah, she's also on the equal footing as her husband who's learning Torah. And that's the general idea in all things. So those of us, we came here to daven, even if we have trouble davening, but you came together to help, you have just as much an equal reward, because you helped us to daven, even if you didn't daven yourself. So it's a tremendous, tremendous thing. And so too is all the things. You help the family, whatever it is. We help each other to do mitzvahs. It's not that it's the one that you're helping is greater. We're all equally sharing in that reward, and so we should be worthy to all those rewards and blessings that come with it.